My name is Mike Shea, and I'm a Janesville native. This is a painting I did of some doorknobs. A friend of mine was a locksmith, so I borrowed a bunch of doorknobs from him. And when I got done, I gave him the painting. It's a watercolor, and me and my mother, Arlene, will be the featured artist for January of next year. And this is my mother, Arlene.
Michael and I are going to have a mother and son show of our paintings. I'm from Janesville also, and I started painting watercolors after retirement at the senior center. This is my iris picture, and this one I did from a trip to Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Hi, my name is Michael Hirsido. I live here in Janesville. Actually just moved here to the area, to Janesville a couple years ago, so fairly new to the area. But let me talk about a few of my photographs that I took here. I've just gotten into photography really seriously over the past 5 or 6 years. It's really become a passionate hobby for me. I do most of my shooting on vacation, so as you can see, most of these are in tropical places where when I've actually had time to take pictures. Otherwise, I've been pretty busy. But I do also shoot a lot of stuff here in Wisconsin. This first photo here is called Breakfast at Bay Bistro, and this was taken at on the island of Turks and Caicos in the Caribbean. I just actually got lucky with this picture, and we had sat down for breakfast, and this was the view right where I was sitting at the table. So I took my, hopefully I didn't annoy the people at the restaurant, but I took my tripod out and started shooting right there in the restaurant, and I just really liked the way the scene was framed with the palm trees there. And then this second photograph is called Grace Bay Beach Pier, and that's also in Turks and Caicos. This was also kind of an unplanned shot. I was walking with my family on up and down the beach, and just happened to see this pier, and I just like the way that the white poles contrasted against the dark blue sky, and the way that the clouds kind of popped out. And then finally, this photograph was taken in Belize. It's titled "Beautiful Belize Before Breakfast." One of the things that I really enjoy doing is taking pictures during the sunrise. I think that's probably the best time as far as light. And this took me a few days to shoot because I felt like I had to get the light just perfect, and also trying to figure out the exact composition and to kind of explore the area. Usually I like to sleep in during vacation, but this week I got up before sunrise every morning, and finally on my last day, just before we were going to leave, we had a really beautiful sunrise, and I was happy that I got up early that day. I shoot with a Canon 5D Mark II. And actually, a couple of these have been with a Canon Rebel XT also. That was my first kind of real camera. And I try to minimize what I do, and I do develop some of my work on, or process some of my work on Photoshop, but I try to minimize what I do as far as processing. I want to get as accurate as a scene as kind of what I shot out of the camera. So yeah, happy to be here, and very honored to be chosen as a featured artist this coming August.
I'm Charlotte Hakenen from Clinton, Wisconsin, and I come up and to Hedberg and view the artwork here, and I've enjoyed it so much that I thought this was my year that I would attempt to do a display. And so the work I have here. I only do watercolor. That's all I've ever learned to do. And I've been doing painting for 6 years now. The first one is Tipsy Tangled Twisted Tulips, and of course it's spring and lots of wind this year and lots of tulips twisting, and I like doing florals, but I really, really like doing landscapes, and particularly if they've got a sheep or a dog or a barn in them. Again, watercolor. This one was on our way to Marquette Bay. My granddaughter and I went up to Marquette, Michigan last summer and happened to see this old Finnish house and barn attached together and thought it would be an interesting painting to do. I've taken classes from Carla Day Johnson out at Blackhawk Tech. That's where I started. I had never had a drawing or a painting class at all, and Carla got me going. And then I took from Marilyn Keating, who is deceased, but got me really going. And now occasionally I take classes from Barb Matthews here in Janesville too. And I'm retired and I don't have my sheep anymore and I don't teach anymore. So in the winter I really have time to work on watercolor, and I certainly enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Wimmer. I'm an artist in Janesville, Wisconsin, and I'm a self-taught artist, and I painted for about 30 years. And this painting is a watercolor. These two paintings are watercolor cityscapes of downtown Janesville. I actually walked downtown one night in a thunderstorm and took pictures of this at night in order to get the reflections of the light, because that's really fun to paint. And these are going to be on display along with all my other paintings, about 30 or so new paintings in September. And I hope you come out and see all the exhibit in September to see other pieces that I do. I also work in pastels and the watercolor, colored pencil, oils, and acrylics. So come out and see me then. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Amy Way. I do mosaic art. These are two of my pieces here. I utilize found objects and different types of glass and tile. Both of these are different floral pieces that are framed, and I use a black onyx grout. I have been doing mosaics for about 15 years, and these two pieces represent some of my current work. And I guess both of these use different things like glass tiles, stained glass, glass nuggets, some buttons and other found objects, and some nails. And you can learn more about my work at my website at mosaicway.com.
My name is Amber Smith, and I am a Janesville area photographer. And these are two of my pieces right here. The top one is actually from the south side of Janesville, and this one down here is from the east side of Highway 14 going out of town. I originally got started in photography when I was young, taking photos at the Rock County 4-H Fair, and then from there I just progressed. I do have a degree from MATC in Madison in photography, and I graduated in 2006, and since then I've just been kind of educating myself further, learning new equipment. Both of these photos were actually taken with a digital Rebel XTI, and that is a Canon. And you can see more of my work at www.imajing.net, and I can also be reached at amber@imaging.net. That is AMBER@imajing.net.